Hello and welcome to class today. Today we're going to be doing a class for stiff hips. So if you've got lower back problems or really achy hips, this is a really good class to do. If you sit at a computer a lot, at a desk, or you ride bike a lot, this is also a really nice class to do. We're just going to really open up the hips. And it also really helps us to accept change when the hips are more supple, more flexible. It also decreases stress to stretch the hips out. And then also, like I said, it's a release of the lower back and it's really good for circulation. Okay, so we'll start in a seated position. Just going to do a couple of breath works or belly breaths, and then we'll come to the reclined position, okay? So just sitting in our seat, on our mat, in our lounge, or wherever you may be, in the backyard or the office, maybe a forest. And just taking in your surroundings and becoming aware of your surroundings, hearing the birds outside, or maybe the crickets if it's evening time. Maybe some cars are driving past, or the pitter patter of one of your dogs walking by. Your next inhale, I'd like you to fill your entire body with air. Fill your belly to its maximum capacity with air. And then just hold the breath with me for about 2 seconds. So inhaling through the nose. Really deep, long inhalation here. Filling the belly with air. Holding the breath for 2. And exhaling through the nose, allowing the belly to retract, the shoulders to relax. Let's just do 2 more of those. And inhale through the nose, filling the belly. Holding once you reach your capacity. And exhaling again through the nose. Okay, one more time for me. Inhale through the nose, filling the belly, relaxing the shoulders. Holding the breath for 1, 2, and exhaling through the mouth this time. Next inhale, bring the palms to heart center, sealing the hands together. Then just begin rubbing the palms together, creating this nice temperature in between the hands. So focusing on your breath, following it as it enters the nostrils, filling the body, and as it leaves the nostrils, feeling warmer. So you should have more or less a good temperature in between your hands at this time. And just take the hands and tent them over the eyes. Leave the elbows pointing down towards the feet. And just breathing into the hand, feeling the sensation of the palms. Feeling the breath as it moves off the palms, ricocheting back onto the face. And taking a nice long deep inhale. And as you exhale, gently begin to blink your eyes to open, allowing the light to slowly trickle in. Exhale, releasing the hands, step back down to the knees. Keeping the gaze low, turn your seat so that you're facing towards the end of the mat, and then come to lay down on your back. So we've got the shoulders nice and planted on the mat here. The spine is nice and long. And we can keep the feet planted on the mat here. I would say the heels are more or less underneath the knees. And then just coming into a rest position, a conscious position. You can inhale here, feeling the lower back and spine pushing against the mat as you inhale, filling the belly. And as you exhale, hollowing the belly out. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. So we'll do 3 rounds of breaths in most of our postures today. Unless in a vinyasa, then we'll flow through with the breath. So next, inhale, lift the hands up to point towards the sky. Fingers are really active, you're pointing towards the sky, thumbs are active. Inhale here and exhale. really trying to make a sound with your breath as you exhale. Your next inhale, lift the shoulders off the mat, not lifting the neck or the head at all. And then exhale, releasing the shoulders down. Another inhale, lift the shoulders. So this is the feeling of protracting your shoulders, creating space in between them. And exhale, releasing them down. Another inhale, lifting them up. And exhale, just release the left down. Now this is the passage out there. Inhale, lift the left, and exhale, drop the right. Inhale, lift the right and drop the left. Inhale, meet both hands reaching up, shoulders lifted and protracted. And exhale, release the hands back down. Arms come to lay alongside your body, palms facing down. Your next inhale, tuck your pelvis, begin peeling your vertebrae off the mat, just until your lower back. Feeling that activation in the quads, in the glutes. Just feeling all the active points of the body pushing into the ground with your feet. And then just exhale, release down. Inhale, lift up a little bit more now, so moving into the mid-back, active quads here, active glutes. And exhale, release. Try and have your breath move with your spine. So as I inhale, I tuck my pelvis and I start peeling my vertebrae off the mat, one at a time. And when I'm in my full expression of my inhalation, I'm in the full expression of my breath. And I'll exhale again, just slowly starting to move the spine, one vertebra at a time, back down to the ground. Let's do one more of those with our breath. Inhale, lift and peel the spine off the mat. And exhale, release, planting the spine back down. Great stuff. Inhale, lift your legs up to 90 degrees. Pointing your heels towards the sky. Toes are flexing towards the knees. Inhale here. And exhale, hug the knees into the chest. Really releasing the lower back to the mat. Just gently make little circles with the knees. And releasing the feet back down to the mat. Right leg hooks over that, left foot hooks over that right knee, other left, other right. And then we'll take our hands and we'll feed it through that hole that we've created, grabbing onto the thigh. Opening up with that left knee and pulling right knee towards our face. Sorry about the bridge. Just really feeling a stretch in that left knee and opening in the hips. If you want to, you can release that right leg up high. Inhale here. Exhale, release. Now release the thigh back down, and we'll come into a gentle twist so that left foot comes to plant towards the right hand side. And we'll just cactus our arms up here. And it's an option here, if you like, you can gaze to the left side of your mat, your left arm. Just 3 breaths here. Inhale, if you're looking to the side, it comes to center. Move that foot around the right knee to stack both knees on top of each other. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Hands hug the knees one more time. And exhale, release the feet down to the ground. Left foot comes over to that right knee this time. Sorry guys. Right foot comes over to the left knee this time. Feed that hand through the thigh, hugging onto the thigh here. Resisting with that right leg, the knees opening up. That left leg is just drawing that right foot closer towards you. Really feel the stretch in the back line of your leg, in the hips. Maybe you go for an extended leg here. When you're ready on an inhale, grounding your feet, and exhale. And then again, when you're ready, inhale, move that right foot over to the left. Create a
almost like a pyramid with that leg, a triangle. Arms come to catters, just to make sure that both shoulders are planted nicely. And then we gaze to the right. It's a really nice slow warm up here, opening up the hips slowly, bringing movements to the arms, a little shoulder movements. One more breath in this pose. Your inhale draws your head back to the center, gazing up to the sky, the ceiling. Bring the knees to stack one on top of each other, and inhale, lift the knees to hug in towards the chest. Exhale there, grab onto the knees, bring the forehead towards the knees, and relax. Relax the shoulders. And now gently just begin to rock. If you enjoy rocking, it's a really playful way to get up into a seated position. So 3 times will suffice until you're in a seated position. Otherwise, you can just roll over and come into a seated position. So we'll all meet up in our seated position, and legs are nice and crossed. Inhale, lengthen the spine by reaching up, and exhale, bring the hands forward and begin walking them to their furthest distance as if they were feet. So the heel being the base of the palm, and the toes obviously being the fingertips. And then releasing, surrendering the neck. And just taking 3 breaths here. Next inhale, begin to draw the fingertips towards the knees, stacking the vertebrae one at a time, one on top of each other, and coming in to a seated position, stacking the head on top of the neck last. From here, we'll open up the legs now into a wide forward fold. So if your legs can't go this wide, even if they're this wide, you can see, even if they are this wide, that's fine, as long as your toes are pointing up and your feet are active. So my practice is a little bit more deeper than that, but I won't go to the full extent. And then we've got active legs here. We almost want to move out of our hips, and then again, just bring the hands forward. Inhale here, exhale. Again, walk the hands back. Using the hands, place them underneath the kneecaps and then draw the heels in towards the seat. So you'll place them more or less the width of your mat, and you'll use your hands to help you to push you up into a yogi squat. So it's quite a deep squat here. If you, I don't have my yoga blocks in this shot, but if you have a problem with your knees reaching the ground, grab a book or grab a block, and you can just slide it under the heels. If you don't have a book, and you don't have a yoga block, I hope you have a book in your house, then you can just use a towel. Roll a towel up and that should be fine, or even a pillow if you fold it in half. Okay, and then that will give you just that little extra bit of range in the ankles for you to be able to sit in the squat for at least 3 breaths. Okay, so we've got the elbows connecting to the knees here. We're in a prayer position with the hands. Shoulders are relaxed. We're not squishing our neck, we're relaxing the shoulders. 3 breaths here. Relax the glutes as much as you can. Try and send the seat down towards the yoga mat. My gazing point is the tip of my nose. It's just to try and keep you in focus of the actual posture. So your next inhale, I'd like you to lift your seat to about knee height, and exhale, drop it down. Observe what you're feeling. I feel that I could bring my ankles out a little bit more. So my next inhale, my ankles will be a little bit straighter, and exhale, drop. One more of those. Inhale, lift halfway. Hold it here. Exhale, drop. Good stuff. Right, place the hands on the ground now. Inhale, lift halfway. Keep the knees nice and bent here. And then you'll begin to toe, heel,
the feet into about hip distance apart. Once you're in your hip distance feet, then you inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Keep the knees bent here. Another one, inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. One more, inhale, lengthen the legs, lengthen the spine, exhale, forward fold. So keep the knees bent here. If it's in your practice, you can straighten them. Keep the elbows drawing in towards the middle line of the body. Shoulders moving down the back. Your next inhale, grip the mat with your toes. Release the hands from the ground. Start circling around the body. Reach up to extended mat. Really reach here like you're going to grab onto a tree branch and pull yourself up. And exhale into standing staff. Great stuff, everybody. Let's start with our flow now. So we've had a nice warm up. I'm pretty warm. My spine's feeling really good. So we'll start with a sun salutation. Big toes together, heels slightly apart. Release the arms alongside the body. And breathe here. Just focusing on the weight distribution and my feet. Am I gripping the ground with my toes? Am I creating length in my tailbone, in my sacrum, in my spine? Am I using the crown of my head to lengthen even more? Relaxing my shoulders. Next inhale, draw the arms up, gazing towards the sky. Exhale, hinging from the lip, from the hips, forward fold over the legs. Really bending the knees a lot here. Now halfway lift up. As you exhale, bend the knees a lot so you can plant your hands underneath your shoulders. Spread the fingers evenly here. And when you're ready, you can step either foot back into a plank. So I like to start with my right foot. When you're in your plank, push into your hands, round your upper back. So you have an option to drop the knees down here for a kneeling plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Or, and then upward facing dog or cobra. And cobra will merely just be the pelvis resting. Your up dog, you really want to keep the knees off the ground. Tuck the chin, roll through the spine as you come into a downward facing dog. So this is the first downward dog of the day. Welcome some movement to it. You can paddle it out, lift one foot, dropping the other. Rolling the shoulders and the armpits away from the neck. And breathing. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees a lot, gaze forward, begin walking small steps to the front of your mat. So bring the big toes together, heels apart. Inhale, lengthen up. And exhale, fold over the legs. Relax the neck. Shoulders are sliding down the back towards the seat. Inhale, exhale. Next inhale, circle around the body, coming into extended mountain, really reaching here. Gripping with the toes as you exhale, let the arms float alongside the body. Great stuff. So we'll start with our sequence, also using breath work here. So we'll hold some postures for 3 breaths and some postures we will flow through. Okay. So your next inhale, take a step towards the back of your mat. Bring your feet to point towards me. Okay. So then the right foot, we're going to turn out towards the back of the mat. And the back foot, we're going to turn in a little bit. So it comes in at about 45 degrees. So moving into a triangle here. We'll extend the arm a little bit further over the leg, and then we'll drop the hand down. So wherever you are in your practice here, try not to lean on the shin. You can cause some really bad damage there. So you rather just want to have the hand hovering in front of the shin or alongside the shin. And then you want this opening in the hips here, and then the shoulders stacking one on top of each other. So wherever you are in your practice, hold this for 3 breaths. Keep pushing down into the toes. Breathe. Keep opening up. Trying to stay as aligned as possible. Nice inhale here. And as you exhale, bend that front knee. We're going to cartwheel the arms down and we're coming into a lunge. So you might need to shimmy that back foot a little bit more back to get some length in that back leg. We want to still keep that 90-degree angle of the front leg. So nice stacked joints, knee on top of the ankle, and we're in a low lunge here. Good stuff. Inhale, really round the upper back. And exhale, drop that back knee. And you can untuck the toe if your toes are feeling a bit stiff or tight. But I would say rather keep the toes tucked so that you're stretching them. And then you're going to push the seat back towards that back heel into a half splits. So option here, you can have that toe pointing down or lifting up. Whatever you feel is best, whatever you feel most in the back line of the body. You don't want to feel an aching stretch ever in yoga. It must be passive stretching. And if you're feeling a sort of pain, then rather move out the posture and either go back into it in a more beginner's version, or rather just stay in child's pose and catch up when you are able to. And we'll just inhale again, coming back into that low lunge, untucking that toe. We'll inhale the arms up into a crescent lunge. And then just cactusing the arms again here to open up the chest. You can really feel a nice stretch in the hip flexor, the front hip flexor. And this goes as deep as the psoas muscle, which stores a lot of our emotions. So we'll inhale, lengthen the arms again. Exhale, bring the hands down the middle line of the body, shaping out that front foot, coming back into a lunge. Sending that right foot back into downward facing dog. Now that we're in our down dog, inhale, lift that right leg up into 3-legged dog. Try and keep the hips level here. And inhale, exhale. And bend the knee, bringing the heel towards the seat, and then just open up that hip. Pushing into the hands, lengthening the arms away from the shoulders. Won't be here for too long. And then inhale, lengthen again into 3-legged dog, bringing the hips into a leveled position. And then you're going to just inhale, draw that knee towards the nose. Exhale, 3-legged dog. And release that. Breaths here. And just feeling into the hips. What's the one hip feeling compared to the other? And exhale completely. Right leg comes up again. Draw the knee towards the nose. Drop the foot in between the hands. You might need to scoop that back leg a bit more forward towards that right foot. And we're going to come up into a crescent lunge here. So slowly come up onto the fingertips, lift the chest, inhale, swoop the arms up into a crescent lunge. Take a nice deep breath here, relax. And as you exhale, we'll open up into warrior 3. Sorry, warrior 2. Inhale, exhale. Lift the front right hand, swoop it forward, and draw it up to a reverse warrior. Keep that bend in the front knee. And exhale, cartwheel the arms all the way down, back into this lunge. Then drop that right knee towards the right, towards the outside of the mat. Scoot back, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. We'll all meet in down dog. Breathe. Moving into child's pose, knees wide apart, big toes together. Send your seat back towards your heels and rest your forehead on the mat. Taking a few breaths here. Take about 5 breaths here. Take your time. Just releasing any sort of expectations or any judgments. Anything that you think you could have done better, just release it. When you're ready, extend the arms out, lift the body up, tuck the toes, meeting back in downward facing dog. And if the heels bend the knees a lot, gaze forward, begin walking to the front of your mat. Big toes meet. Heels are slightly apart. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, relax, surrender. When you're ready, gripping the mat with the toes. Inhale, round the body. Lengthen the arms up towards the sky. And exhale, Namastè. Good stuff, guys. Opposite side. We take a nice deep inhale, stepping towards the back of our mat. So the back of our mat, the front of our mat is now the back of our mat. Okay, so toes pointing towards me. And then we turn that left foot out towards the front of the mat, or the back of the mat, towards the front. And then that right back foot, you pull it into about 45 degrees. Arms come up. And then when you're ready, just hinge a little bit forward over the hips and just drop that left hand down towards the foot. Right arm begins to float. So again, wherever you are here, strong feet, strong legs, strong active arms. 3 breaths here. Exhaling that third final breath. Just gaze down, bend that leading leg, the left leg, cartwheel the hands down to your mat, and then begin to shimmy that right foot down along the mat to come into your lunge. Holding our lunge here, nice deep breath in. These are also really great hip openers, great hip flexors, great for the quads, great for the glutes. We all have a good glute stretch. And then exhale, just release the leg down. Again, option to tuck the foot or leave the foot untucked. And then sending the seat back towards the heels. So you'll notice I level my heels, I level my hips up as I get my seat down. So that you've got a good alignment in the hips, giving them used to a good alignment for their splits. Don't worry, we're not doing splits in class today. Just breathing in. Again, option to have the foot planted or flexed. And then when you're ready, coming back into your lunge, you untuck the toe this time. And then reach up towards the heavens. Oh, losing my balance here because I'm deciding to flip my hair around. And then cactusing the arms. Really feeling a good stretch in that front hip flexor. Take your time. And we're not directly on top of that back knee. We're on the top of the back knee. So I'm not on my knee. I'm on the top of my knee. Okay. Cactusing the arms. Then inhale, lengthen again. Exhale, hands come to plant on the mat. Shaping out that foot, be in your lunge. We're going to move into the crescent lunge now. So we'll scoot that back foot forward. And then we'll inhale, lift the arms up. Breathe here. Strong feet, strong legs. And then exhaling into the warrior two. Breathe. Finding that opening in the hips, in the shoulders, in the chest. Front hand, left hand flips over, drawing it forward and up for reverse warrior. Keep
Keep lengthening through that side body. Keep breathing, focusing. And exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way over, coming back into our lunge. Just breathe here. Then drop that left knee to the side, coming into plank. And exhaling into down dog. Lifting that left knee up, that left leg up high into three-legged dog. Send the heel up towards the sky. And then bring the heel towards the right seat. Send the knee up and open up that hip. And just breathe here. You can flex or rotate the foot. And then coming back into three-legged dog, lengthening the leg. And drawing that knee towards the nose. And exhaling, lengthening the leg again. Releasing it down to downward facing dog. A few breaths here. Lift the heels, bend the knees a lot, gaze forward. Begin moving to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up towards the sky, and exhale into Namastè. Great stuff, guys. I hope you enjoyed the flow. So we're going to do tree pose now. Tree pose is great for balance and stability. It's good to turn the inner legs. It's very good for clearing the mind. So we'll go into our tree pose, and then thereafter from tree pose we'll flow into a pigeon and then our cooling down stage. Okay, so we'll still be standing on the top of our mats. We can bring the feet about hip distance apart here. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. Just focusing on your breath again. Finding that balance in the feet, rocking forward and back, and side to side. Just really feeling the way the weight distributes over the feet. And then coming to the center point where you're feeling that you're distributing all the weight evenly. Nice. On your next inhale, lift the right leg, or heel that is the foot. Then you create that stance already, that strength already in that left foot. Really grip with the toes already. And see, can I lift my foot a little bit higher than my ankle? If this is where you're staying, that's more than enough. You can just take your foot and plant it on the outside of your ankle, just above the joint. If you're feeling a little bit too off balance and you don't want to focus too much on balancing today, then just ground the toes. It's almost like the arch of your foot makes a space for the ankle joint, and then the heel plants just on top of the ankle. And we're opening up the knee, opening up the hip. Okay, so it's either there if you're not good with your balance, maybe you want to explore it a little bit more, so you'll take it a little bit higher, just above the ankle, foot's pushing into the calf here, and the calf's resisting by pushing back into the foot. So you're creating this really nice strength into the core, so you're pulling into the midline of the body. And if you're happy with this and you want to go a little bit further, then reach down to grab the ankle of the foot and really plant that foot into the inner thigh. Now we're pushing with the inner thigh and the foot together. So as I'm pushing my hands, we're pushing into the midline of the body, opening up that right knee. You can stay here, you can have your hands open to the side, you can bring your hands to the prayer mudra, maybe you want to lift your hands up for branches. So wherever you are, 3 breaths here, please. Move past the wobbly ankle and let your balance come from the connection of your leg and your foot. Last inhale. And exhale, release the arms if they're in the prayer mudra, and then gently draw the knee to the center, and then slowly release down. You
can shake out the hands, shake out the feet. Okay, good stuff. Opposite side now. So again, we create that connection with the right leg, get that right leg ready to be balanced on. So I gently just lift that foot up, decide where am I going, what is my balance. Sometimes you've got more balance on the one side than what you do on the other. So just explore the posture on this side differently to the way you did the opposite side. And then if you're in your position or in your tree, then you can, almost lost my balance there again today. Then you can have your hands in whichever way you feel most comfortable. And we'll begin to breathe together or at your own pace. As I said, sometimes you've got more balance on the one side, or sometimes your tights are just too slippery. There you go. Keep squeezing in, pushing down those big toes. Exhale, release down. And then again, just shake the hands out, shake the feet out. Bring the big toes together and the heels slightly apart. We'll inhale, lengthen up. Tuck the tailbone, exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees bent. Relax the neck over the knees. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, bend the knees a lot. Place the hands. This time, hop back to a downward dog. Inhale, exhale. We're going to move into pigeon, so right leg comes up. And that right knee comes towards the right wrist. Right ankle comes towards the left wrist. So in your pigeon, you're moving to having your leg parallel with your mat when your hips are open. So let's try and have that heel nice and tucked in. So it's almost pushing onto the pelvis when we move forward. Back legs nice and straight, foot pointing towards the end of my mat. So lift up here, and then as I exhale, I'll bow down. So wherever you are, maybe you want to stay here. Maybe you want to stack the forearms and release the forehead to the forearms. Wherever you may be, just really enjoying the stretch. 5 breaths here. And this is a really lovely release for the lower back. A deep stretch for the hips. Long inhalation here, and then exhaling fluidly. Move the hands out to underneath the shoulders. Inhale, push up, and just come to roll onto that right leg. Let the left leg swing forward, and we'll take that left leg and cross it over the right knee. So you'll look like this. This is called Lord of the Fishes pose. If this angle for your leg is too much, then rather extend that right leg and have that left leg cross over the right knee. So in whichever version of the posture you're in, the left hand will release to the back line of the body. Inhale, right hand reaches up, and exhale, twist gently, hooking that right elbow onto the left knee. And gazing over the shoulders. Breathe here, keep lengthening up, gripping with the toes. And next inhale, draw the head forward, gazing forward. Exhale, rest the body follows, planting your hands on your mat, come back into downward facing dog. Good stuff, everybody. And you can pedal it out, you can chill out.
Moving to the opposite side now. So left foot comes up high into a three-legged dog. Try and keep the hips balanced for me, leveled for me. Inhale, reach that left knee towards the nose, hold it. And then that left knee goes towards the left wrist. Left ankle towards the right wrist. We come up first, making sure we've got correct alignment. And then we walk down to whichever version of this posture is most comfortable for you. And breathe. Really enjoy the stretch, the depth of the stretch. Follow your breath. Allow it to be your guide. Feel into the circulation that you're feeling. And just surrender to the posture. To my annoying voice in the background. One more nice long inhale here. And exhaling completely. Next inhale, coming up, lifting the chest. And just rolling onto that left hip, allowing that right leg to swing around and over that knee. So remember your variation here, the left leg will be extended, right knee will just cross over that left knee. Sorry, right foot will cross over the left knee. Army lesson right here. Okay, so my foot's planted nicely. I'm sitting up as straight as I possibly can. Now my right hand comes to rest behind me. Left hand reaches up. So the taller you reach, the more you twist. So reaching up. And then exhale, twisting. You might need to walk your hand a little bit further behind you. Breathe. Keep breathing. One more breath in, lengthening. And exhale, gaze forward. Rest of the body follows. And we'll meet in a downward dog one more time. Stretching out the spine. And then begin walking, baby steps. Keep crunching down. Bend the knees. To sit at the top of your mat. Hugging the knees into your chest. And then just exhale, release both legs down. Legs are nice and long here. Pushing the seat down, pushing the thighs, the backs of the knees, the ankles. We'll come into a seated forward fold. Inhale, lift the arms up, reaching. Toes are pointing, fingers are pointing, and exhale, surrender over your legs. Keep a long, flat back. And breathe, relax the shoulders. Don't try and reach for the toes or the feet. Just go as far as your body will take you and be grateful for that. Express your gratitude for your body. Express your gratitude for your breath. Inhale, gaze to the toes. Exhale there. Then you inhale, coming all the way up. Hands come just behind the seat. Come up onto your feet. Scoot your seat towards your feet. Up onto your knees and roll back. It's a really nice way to massage the sciatic nerve. Okay, so going to our last final stretches for this practice. Releasing the right leg down the mat. This is a great practice for hips. So you'll see me doing this. Okay, when I'm done back farting, you'll see me doing this posture quite often because it's good for your digestive system. It's good for your lower back. It's good for your hips. It's a good stress reliever. So just holding on nicely. We won't cross over today. We'll just scissor the left leg past the right, holding onto that right leg now. One more time, opposite side. Really working those hips. And again, hugging close into that armpit. Good stuff. Hug both knees in towards the chest. And we'll go into a happy baby. So lift the feet up towards the sky. And you can grab onto the outsides or the insides of the feet. If it's not in your reach, use your hands by the calf, grab the calves, grab the back of the knees. So what we're doing here, the more you're pushing the knees down towards the ground, the more you're opening up the hips. But if you want to go into more of a back line of the leg stretch, like a hamstring stretch, then you can start straightening the legs. So wherever you are, maybe you want to do one leg at a time. Maybe you just prefer to be in happy baby, because this is a really good hip opener. It's a very vulnerable posture just because of the way we are laying. But I feel that if the more you surrender and surrender to the playfulness of this posture, it's really the benefits are rewarding. So just left to right one more time for me. And then extend the legs up to 90 degrees. Lift the seat, place the hands underneath the seat here. We'll drop that right leg down to just about hover off the ground. Bring it up and let the left drop down to just about hover. Lift it up and then just gently bring both down to float nice and slow, as slowly as you possibly can. Good stuff. Bring the feet to the outside width of your mat. You'll bend the knees again. Lift up and then allow the knees to fall like windscreen wipers to the left and to the right. Just neutralizing before we move into Shavasana. So really feeling the massage of the lower back here. One more cycle. Allow the knees to fall in towards each other. We can stay like this for our Shavasana if you're feeling a little bit of tension in the lower back. You can spread your legs out, let them find their corner of the end of the mat. Shoulders plugged behind you, palms facing up. And we really begin just to start letting go. Start accepting the changes around us. Start giving in to any sort of change. Going with the flow of our breath, allowing the breath to carry out any thoughts that may not serve you. Relax your eyebrows and your forehead, your cheeks, your jaw, allow the chest to become shallow, feet to relax, the hands, and every other part of the body surrendering to the state of silence, of relaxation. Welcome small movements back into the body. Swallowing down, maybe wiggling the toes and rubbing the fingers across each other. Your next inhale, lengthen the arms up overhead, reaching to the top of your mat as you're pointing your feet to the end of it. Then hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself one nice big hug, expressing gratitude for who you are and where you're going. Roll over onto your right or left side and come up into a seated position with the legs crossed, the eyes closed and the head heavy. Just relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the back, relaxing the mind. I'd just like you to sit here, do about 10 breaths.
following your breath as it enters your nostrils and watching it as it leaves again. Allowing it to enter and collect all the things that do not serve you. May it carry it out. May it take all the things that do not serve you out with your breath. Expressing gratitude and appreciation once again for bringing yourself here to practice. Just leaving the hands in the prayer mudra in front of the heart. And now bowing your head to your heart, your greatest teacher.
Namaste.
Thank you all so very much for joining me today for class. Please subscribe and let me know if there's any sort of classes that you'd like me to teach. You can leave a comment below. And just keep an eye out. There's lots more coming. Peace and love to you.